dengan mengucap Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ujian disertasi terbuka Universitas Negeri Surabaya kami nyatakan dibuka.
Promovendus atas nama SYAFF MPD dimohon menempati tempat yang telah ditentukan.
Apakah saudara siap diuji hari ini?
Siap.
Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, hari ini Universitas Negeri Surabaya melaksanakan ujian terbuka program S3 dengan promovendus saudara Ahmad Safi MPD. Dengan ini kami perkenalkan Dewan Penguji dengan susunan sebagai berikut. Ketua Dewan Penguji, Wakil Dekan 1 Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni Universitas Negeri Surabaya merangkap sekretaris dan anggota. Anggota 1. Profesor Dr. Joko Nurkamta MPD. 2. Dr. Himawan Adi Nugraha MPD. 3. Dr. Widya Stuti MPD. 4. Profesor Dr. Suhartono MPD. 5. Syafiul Anam PhD. 6. Ahmad Munir PhD. Saudara promovendus Ahmad Safi MPD, saudara diberi waktu untuk memaparkan pokok-pokok disertasi maksimal 15 menit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Dean of the Faculty of Language and Art, University of Surabaya, and also Board of the Examiners, particularly the newly inaugurated Professor Dr. Suhartono, and also Professor Dr. Joko Nurkamta from UNS Solo. Before starting my presentation, allow me to send suatu Fatihah to my belated Dr. Baikul Makurwati. Allahumma firlaha warhamna wa fu'ana. Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, thank you very much. Well, the title of my dissertation is Promoting the Timeliness of Undergraduate Thesis Writing Completion through Student Engagement with Supervisory Feedback. There are 7 points that we are going to talk. The first one is research gap and novelty, research question, research method, finding, discussion, research implication, and also conclusion. Research gap and novelty, this topic is chosen because of the importance of undergraduate thesis writing and also the challenges faced by the undergraduate students, and then the role of supervisors in addressing these challenges, feedback and engagement, dynamic and also Indonesian dual supervision model. Therefore, the novelty of current research will be focused on undergraduate supervision because it's quite rare of the various studies, and then comprehensive analysis, feedback practices, exploration of student engagement, cultural and contextual specificity, and also practical contribution. There are 6 research questions addressed for complete this gap. The first one is type of supervisory feedback, mode of supervisory feedback, and then how do type and modes contribute to student engagement, and then what supervisory strategies, how do undergraduate students engage, and also how this engagement promote the timely thesis writing completion. The theoretical framework is derived from Dictionary for effective thesis supervision and also Frederick for student engagement with supervisory feedback. The effective thesis supervision is rooted in the formulation of supervisory feedback, and the student engagement will be viewed from effective, cognitive, and also behavioral dimension, which is ultimately lead to timely thesis writing completion. Research method is a case study involving 5 students from 2019 cohort and also 5 thesis supervisors. The data is taken mainly from thesis draft, interview transcript, single out protocol transcript, and also questionnaire result. The data collection techniques mostly from the interview, test analysis, and also documentation. And the data gathered, analyzed mainly through thematic analysis and also documentation. The first finding, type of supervisory feedback from the data analysis can be concluded that the most frequently provided type of feedback is directive, reached 79.5% of the whole feedback, and then followed by referential with 70%, and then the last one is expressive feedback, reached 3.5%. With the focus of the feedback mainly on content, reached 47%, linguistic accuracy with 20%, and organization 18%, and appropriateness reached 15% subsequently. Then the research question, the finding for research question number 2, variation of modes of supervisory feedback. The first one is feedback mode or feedback methods. Most supervisor comprise written and oral feedback. Supervisor approaches is the direct and indirect supervision. Thesis monitoring of stages, collaboration between supervisor, and also flexibility in feedback delivery. While student perception, taken from the role of supervisory feedback, preferred feedback modes, direct feedback, feedback, and also detailed feedback. Emotional support from the supervisor also improves the student engagement, and then the combination of feedback strategies. And the contribution of the feedback to student engagement, actionable direction, suggestion, confirmation, and question are the most effective strategies employed by the supervisor during the thesis writing process supervision. While the contribution of the modes includes preferred modes, that is direct, written, and digital, the frequency of the supervision, the flexibility of the supervision, also the emotional impact of the supervision. Here are the findings for research question number 4, the most effective supervisor strategies. From the data gathered, it can be concluded that there are 6 more strategies. The first one is giving motivational feedback, and then giving actionable directive feedback, and giving timely feedback, tailored feedback, personal feedback, and provided extra time supervision. The research question number 5 of the findings, the student engagement with supervisory feedback. The student engagement is viewed from multi-instrument. The first one is questionnaire, interview, single protocol, thesis development, and also timely thesis completion. From the multiple instrument, it can be concluded the student experience dynamic of student engagement. And for this finding, it has been accepted in Botanica Journal of Social and Science and Humanities, University of Petra, Malaysia, and will be published in March 2025. The contribution of the student engagement with supervisory feedback is viewed from the comparison between the student engagement and also the thesis completion. Most of the students reach up to 4.0 score of engagement, showing that they are highly engaged with the supervisory feedback, and the timely completion reached maximum 16 weeks. This is still in the predetermined time. Why directive feedback appear frequently? Because it is the most used by the students. Directive feedback, which include clear instruction and question for clarification, was the most frequently used by the supervisor. This is aligned with the previous research, and the conclusion is that the directive feedback fosters collaborative relationship between supervisor and student, and also by providing the guidance, supervisors ensure that the expectations are met, misunderstandings are avoided, and students make consistent progress in the thesis writing based on SYAFF 2017. Directive feedback plays a crucial role in facilitating student academic success by maintaining clarity in the research process. Supervisor also place significant emphasis on oral feedback, though in the data, oral feedback is not mainly identified, but oral feedback is also often used by the supervisor. Oral feedback allows for immediate interaction and strengthens the supervisor-student emotional connection, though sometimes the face threatening and also require the student for mental preparedness for doing oral feedback. The feedback provided by the supervisor in the study predominantly addressed the content of the thesis rather than linguistic accuracy or methodological concept. This finding is consistent with previous research who argued that the focus on content is essential for undergraduate students who often struggle with organizing ideas and structuring their research coherently. By prioritizing content-related feedback, supervisor helps students enhance the clarity and coherence of their thesis. While the role of supervisory feedback, the study highlights the effectiveness of combining written and oral feedback in the thesis supervision process. Written feedback followed by face-to-face meeting enable clarification of point and also students progressing in the next stage of their research. The hybrid approach aligned with U et al. 2021 who found that combining face-to-face and electronic feedback maximizes the benefit of each method. While the face-to-face method is sometimes perceived as more face-threatening, it offers the advantage of real-time clarification, enhancing student engagement with feedback. Students prefer direct supervision for addressing correction and seeking clarification as it was seen as the most actionable and easier to understand. However, the study contrasts with several findings which say that electronic feedback is more effective. This research also supports the importance of frequent meeting, typically once a week, even in my place. It can be a day in a week or seven times a week and more. The dual supervisor system, focusing on both academic quality and language usage, enhance their development and ensure high research standards. Ultimately, this research provides valuable insight into effective supervisory practices, advocating for a balanced, personalized approach to feedback that can optimize the thesis writing process. The contribution of supervisory feedback to student engagement can be seen from the positive supportive feedback boosts motivation and create a sense of value. Constructive feedback, especially error correction, contribute to effective engagement. Personalized feedback tailored to student development needs promote deep cognitive and behavioral engagement, while nevertheless, negative feedback, if not carefully delivered, can cause emotional distress and hinder engagement. Reflective question further encourage critical thinking and diverse perspective, and the research confirms that students prefer detailed, individualized feedback and view error correction as a valuable part of the learning process, improving language accuracy and boosting motivation. Overall, well-structured, individualized feedback is not only essential for academic development, but also for sustaining student motivation and confidence, ensuring the successful completion of their writing thesis project. While the most effective supervisor strategies can be seen from the giving motivational feedback and then timely and tailored feedback, allocating more supervision time, and also strengthen the supervisory relationship. Overall, this research highlights that a personalized, well-structured feedback system combined with strong emotional and academic support is pivotal for fostering a learning environment where students thrive and can successfully complete their thesis. While student engagement is as the main core of this research, can be seen from the recent research highlight the critical role of effective cognitive and behavioral engagement in student interaction with supervisory feedback. The students showed high level of effective engagement with positive emotional responses as satisfaction, which significantly improves their cognitive and behavioral engagement. This aligns with research suggesting that emotional response to feedback, including anxiety and motivation, directly impacts student attitude and learning behavior. Additionally, students demonstrated strong cognitive engagement, actively seeking clarification and reflecting on feedback to enhance their understanding, which is linked to the development of their scholarly identity. Behavioral engagement is evident in student proactive approach to applying feedback, revising work, and meeting deadlines with the active participation driving continuous improvement. Together, this form of engagement underscores the importance of addressing student emotional responses, fostering trust, and providing timely constructive feedback to enhance the overall engagement with the thesis process. This research reinforced that a holistic approach to feedback, which nurtures both academic and emotional aspects, is essential for fostering comprehensive student engagement and achieve successful thesis outcome. The contribution, the recent research underscored the significant role of student engagement with supervisory feedback in the timely completion of the undergraduate thesis. Active engagement across affective, cognitive, and behavioral domain positively correlate with efficient thesis progression. Students who actively applied feedback, participated in regular supervision meetings, and addressed issues promptly demonstrated higher engagement level and completed the thesis faster. The study found that frequent interaction with supervisor fostered motivation and organization, contributing to timely completion as evidenced by the high engagement of the student who attended numerous meetings. Notably, students like S4 in the data presented in the thesis who maintained a high level of engagement attending numerous meetings completed their thesis in a significantly shorter time frame, highlighting the impact of both engagement and meeting frequency on efficiency. However, engagement quality rather than just the number of meetings proved crucial for timely completion. Motivation also played pivotal roles, with students acknowledging the challenging natures of thesis writing and the importance of intrinsic motivation for successful completion. These findings contribute to the theory of engagement with supervisory feedback, particularly at the undergraduate level, emphasizing the importance of regular constructive feedback, emotional support, and time management for thesis process. The research implication, empirically, this finding of the research can enhance student engagement and ensure timely thesis completion. Theoretically, the finding aim to enrich very strong engagement with supervisory feedback, offering insight into undergraduate student engagement during the thesis writing process. Practically, the finding aims to showcase best practices in thesis supervision and guide supervisors in adopting effective strategies for thesis writing. And a policy that can be issued is that study recommend training for lecturers and delivering motivational, specific, and personalized feedback alongside collaborative approaches like digital revision and open discussion to enhance student agency and understanding. The conclusion is that the study highlights the critical importance of well-structured feedback strategies in the thesis writing process. Design and implemented can enhance student engagement, motivation, and the overall quality of their work leading to timely completion. The finding contribute to existing research by demonstrating the significant role of emotional support and structured feedback in the thesis supervision. Additionally, the study advocates for a holistic approach to supervision which can greatly improve both academic performance and emotional well-being. From a practical standpoint, the research suggests that institutions should focus on equipping thesis supervisors with the skill to provide personalized, actionable feedback while integrating motivational techniques and emotional support. Future research exploring the impact of various feedback methods, technological tools like AI-driven feedback and supervised strategy across different academic fields could offer valuable insight for optimizing the thesis writing process and ensuring successful student outcomes. That's all my presentation. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baik, kami sapa dulu Profesor Dr. Nurkanto Pak Joko. Cek.
Iya, Bapak. Terima kasih. Apakah sudah terdengar nih, Bapak?
Selamat pagi, Prof.
Iya, selamat pagi, Bapak. Apakah suara saya sudah terdengar, Bapak?
Iya, Bapak Profesor Dr. Joko Nurkanto diberikan waktu maksimal 15 menit, Pak.
Iya, siap, Bapak. Iya. Iya, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang terhormat Bapak Ketua Sidang, Bapak Sekretaris, dan Bapak Anggota Penguji, khususnya Pak Muhammad Syafi'i, izinkan saya memberikan tanggapan sekaligus konfirmasi kepada Pak Syafi'i. Pak Syafi'i, first of all, I would like to congratulate you on completing your dissertation, a significant milestone on your academic journey after earning your doctoral degree in language education. Pak Syafi'i, you talk about promoting the timeless of undergraduate thesis writing completion through students' engagement with supervisory feedback. Pak Syafi'i, can you tell me what is the problem with the thesis supervisory supervision, so that you conduct this research? Okay, please, Pak.
Yes, thank you, Prof. I have read several research investigating the student problem in thesis writing, including your article in the journal. There are several problems encountered by students from the. There are many type of problems encountered by students, mostly because writing for undergraduate students is still challenging because they don't have any sufficient knowledge, background knowledge, particularly in academic writing. So the problem ranges from the technical terms like how to write a good paper academically, and also motivation, and also external factors such as campus atmosphere, and also student supervisor relationship, and many more. So it is a very complicated things for undergraduate, particularly when they firstly wrote their thesis. So from this point of view, I try to investigate in order to help to solve the problem. Particularly from my context, from my experience as a supervisor. Yeah, the first one is they still have a very basic knowledge about academic writing, particularly in thesis writing, and then the second one will be emotional and psychological aspect of the student itself, and also student-supervisor relationship, which sometimes hinder or lead to extended thesis writing completion. I think that's profitable.
Okay, thank you, Pak Syafi'i. So do you think that your research will provide a new perspective of thesis supervision, Pak Syafi'i?
Pardon me, Prof?
Do you think that your research, what you have done, will provide new perspective, in thesis supervision?
From the previous research I have already addressed, that the gap is clear that the most previous studies investigated the graduate level, which is a master and doctoral degree supervision, and I try to get the gap by investigating, particularly in undergraduate level. The contribution will be, again, this is a case study. So I offer more effective thesis supervision frameworks according to my finding. So the contribution will be the framework, Prof. I mean, how we evaluate, how we formulate the supervisory feedback, combined with the modes of supervisory feedback, and then we will see the combination, what happened after the combination of the students who are still writing their thesis. So like I said before, that the contribution will be providing or proposing, if I'm not mistaken, proposing a more effective testing supervision, particularly for undergraduate level.
Safi, yeah. In your research, you involve 5 students, am I right, Pak Safi?
Yes, 5 students.
Okay. My question is the criteria for selecting the 5 students and their supervisor. Please, Pak.
Yes, the first criteria is that they have completed their task, that the thesis writing completely. This is the main criteria for selecting the students. And then the second one is that they are supervised by two different supervisors to get more, richer data, particularly on the type and modes of supervisory feedback they receive. And then the 5 supervisors were selected based on their experience of the availability.
Okay, thank you, Pak Safi. Yeah. The next question, Pak Safi. Can you show me your PPT, yeah, in connection to result finding number 1, Pak Safi? Result finding number 1. Yes. Okay. I'm interested in the focus of supervisory feedback. Yeah, you have content 47%, linguistics 20%, organization 18%, and appropriateness 15%. Yeah, I don't see methodology, Pak Safi. Can you tell me why methodology doesn't appear in your finding, Pak Safi?
Yeah, from the criteria I have applied, methodology will be included in the discussion. So, methodological aspect is not specifically mentioned as the focus, but they included in the organization, including the methodology and also the guideline of the thesis itself.
Okay, so methodology belongs to organization.
Organization included in an organization.
Right. Okay. About the types of supervisory feedback, Pak Safi, you have 3: directive, referential, and expressive. And directive is very dominant, as 79.5%. Yeah. Could you justify why directive feedback is very dominant, Pak Safi, theoretically?
Yeah, yes, directive here is not, there are several types of directive feedback, such as seeking for clarification, asking for confirmation, and also suggesting what to do and what not to do. So the finding of my research shows that the directive feedback is not mainly direct. Direct direction means that, like I still remember your question in the closed dissertation examination, building the power relationship between the student and also supervisor. But directive here shows that the supervisors provide, or the supervisor function as more like a facilitator, not the director. Means that the type of directive feedback provided mostly seeking for clarification, asking for more elaboration, and then imperative in the form, the imperative is quite better compared to the other time. So directive here mostly provided by asking for clarification, confirmation, and asking for more elaboration.
Okay, thank you. Please close your screen, Pak.
Yes.
Okay, now, Pak Safi, what is the strength of your research, Pak?
Yeah, the strength surely is just because this is a more comprehensive research compared to the previous one. It is the previous one, even the topic is quite similar, but they only, like Cair 2021, only focusing on the type of formulation of the feedback itself. And then the other only student perception of the supervisory feedback, and then the challenges and also opportunities of the challenge supervisory feedback. But my research tries to combine, therefore there are 6 questions, aiming to propose a more comprehensive framework, particularly in the testing supervision process. Not only investigating the type or the formulation of the supervisory feedback, but the modes the supervisor effectively provided, and also the student engagement. Yeah, the previous one, the previous research only focusing on student engagement itself, like Barcelona 2022, and then the formulation of supervisory like Cair 2022, and they are not in a comprehensive framework. So I'm trying to deal with this different topic into one comprehensive research. Though the weakness is that this is a case study, so generalization will be quite difficult to conduct, but the future research will be advised to be to involve a more comprehensive sample size. I think that's the problem.
Okay, thank you. The last part, Safi. What suggestions do you suggest or do you give to the thesis supervisor part?
Yeah, my first suggestion, like I said in the the most strategies is that giving motivation. I think it's very important for students who are writing their thesis, even in undergraduate and master or a doctoral degree. Motivation is very important, particularly for undergraduate students who are still newbie in thesis writing. So motivation should not be given excessively. Balance between motivation and also criticizing sometimes is also important to build their strength. This is the milestone of the study. So, however, motivation is very significant, and then timely feedback, personalized feedback, and then providing extra time supervision and also flexibility in meeting and also adapting guidelines and so on and so forth. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you. Again, congratulations Pak Safi. Ya, thank you. Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waktu sambilnya pada Bapak Ketua, enggak Bapak.
Matur suwun sangat Profesor Dr. Joko Nur Kamto MPD dari
Sami-sami Bapak.
Prof. Joko, jika Prof. juga ada urusan, ada pekerjaan yang harus dilaksanakan, disilahkan dengan ini, monggo nanti langsung hasil hari ini bisa disampaikan ke Prof. Dr. Suhartono MPD.
Matur nuwun sangat Bapak. Sami-sami Bapak nggih.
Selanjutnya monggo Bapak Dr. Himawan Adi Nugroho MPD.
Terima kasih Pak Didi selaku Ketua sudah Terbuka Pak. Thank you Pak Safi. Yes. Okay, Pak Safi, congratulations for this.
Thank you very much.
Allow me to ask some questions also, the same thing as what Pak Joko has just done.
Sure.
Just wants to confirm some things. Okay, so your dissertation is related with the supervisory feedback. So how thesis advisors, thesis supervisors give feedback to the students for their undergraduate thesis, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what is interesting here is that your finding shows that the type of feedback which is mostly used by the supervisors are direct feedback.
Yes.
Right. So my question is, I think this is also based on your experiences. So what I'm very interested is to find out your opinion. I mean, as the result of your dissertation, which was conducted, data for 5 students and 5 supervisors. The supervisory feedback, especially directive feedback. What do you think about this phenomenon for this before my questions, are those 5 supervisors are, let's say, only lecturers, or they also somehow have a position in their campuses? I mean, they are somehow the head of the study program, the head of the faculty, or the vice of the dean, or things like that, or even in the higher ranks or positions. Yes.
Yeah, 3 of the supervisors are here actually.
No, the 5 supervisors are here.
5, but only 3 or 5 supervisors are here.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them are lecturers with additional jobs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Head of the study program and the secretary and some additional assignment for them.
Right. Yeah, so what is so interesting to find out is that how those 5 supervisors are able to manage their time in giving the feedback. What I'm trying to ask you is that using the timelines, so you said that you are trying to use the timelines for the students, so and then related to this supervisors to active feedback. How then it is related with your suggestions in the final part of your dissertations that lecturers needs to have some kind of workshops, trainings related to this feedback. So why do you have this kind of ideas that supervisors or lecturers needs to have this training related to giving feedbacks to students? So what do you see here as something to be that concerns you with this giving feedback?
Yeah, in my perspective, that I thought it was this is why supervisors do not receive any workshop before. They give the feedback based on what they got from when they get or when the experience of the assignment. So, reflecting from this finding, I'm trying to suggest for my institution to have such kind of a workshop for the, especially for the newbie or the new as a supervisor, or even the senior one. So they have at least they have a similar framework how to provide a more effective thesis supervision, especially in undergraduate level. Because yeah, from my experience, I have never got a special workshop for being a thesis supervisor, and I think it happened also in other universities. In many parts of the university, that the special or certain thesis supervisor workshop is not intensively implemented. This is from my point of view.
Okay. Yeah. So, so you said that you have had this kind of workshops related to giving the appropriate feedback for students. So, in your previous time. So, do you happen to have these ideas on how to do this? I mean, yeah, you said that these workshops might going to be given to new lecturers who are going to be assigned to become supervisors for the student thesis. So, especially for the motivational feedback. All right. Yeah. So, what I'm trying to say here is that giving feedback is also related to the characteristics of the lecturers, right?
Sure.
So, how do you then try to overcome this? I mean, some lecturers have this specific characteristics that he or she is not going to be very, let's say, he's a very strict person. So, well, he or she is not, between quotation, mean, but that's the way she does the supervising as supervision. Yeah. So he gives a very direct instructions that students tends to have this kind of oh my God, my supervisor is very strict. Somehow I cannot think of anything because he or she is very detailed or things like that. So how then we can try to deal with this? I mean, try to also be accommodative with our colleagues with their characteristics.
Yeah, in my perspective, the first thing that should be remind to the inequalities remark such a kind of supervisors that we have to deliver similar objective. That is extended time of student completion means that it's a dangerous for the campus, right? I mean, when they graduate more than 4 years, means that it's not good for the campus. So I think it's kind of warning, or it's kind of, what is it, a policy or something like that. Yeah, you can be a very killer supervisor, but remember that when the students do not graduate 4 times maximally, it's not good for the campus. It's dangerous for the campus, especially for the accreditation or something like that. So I think the first thing that I should remember is that the point is very important. I mean, timely thesis completion is a must. I mean, something like that. So starting from this point of view, I mean, we can, step by step. Even the characteristics can be changed easily, but when they have a similar standard, when they have a similar point of view, I believe that the supervisor, the kind of supervisor can work together. I mean, that's the point.
That's why I'm also very interested. What happens if your 5 students are those students who cannot finish their study on time? So they might going to have a different point of view of what happened with them, why they cannot finish their thesis writing on time, or why they cannot graduate in 4 years. So yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting. Maybe later on you need to do a thesis on the same matter, but with the students with accreditation who have problems during the supervision. Okay, great. Thank you, Mas Afif. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pak Didi.
Matur suwun sangat Pak Dr. Himawan Adi. Selanjutnya Ibu Dr. Widya Stuti MPD. Monggo.
Sudah mungkin. Terima kasih Pak Didi atas waktunya dan berbeda Ahmad Sawi congratulations that finally you stand on this the important occasion for this. Right. Right. Thank you. Let us see from the title is about the timeliness. The timeline. I just want to confirm the idea of the timeliness. Whether this idea, your research design is about the case study. It means that the time constraint is 0.
Yeah, that was just 0. I mean, all of the students graduated in the predetermined time in the semester.
Okay, and for STKIP and they are stay in dormitory.
Yeah, in this case they still stay in dormitory, but some of them are, not all of the students stay in the dormitory.
What for your subject? Those are stay in dormitory?
Yeah, they still stay in the dormitory.
Stay in dormitory. So there is no information about the background of the subject. For us is we know more about the live in Surabaya, but for perhaps Prof. Joko Nur Kampung, is but the background of the subject is very important. That it's limited for those that live in the dormitory. And one of the key point is about the thesis writing. Thesis writing. I have see the frequency of the thesis writing is mentioned at least 171 times. For your document of this file yang sana, and then another one is you mentioned about we want to see about the thesis writing and writing a thesis.
Yes.
Yeah, or the thesis writing is mentioned 171 times. Yeah, I have counted. Yeah, and then for the writing a thesis is 9 times. Yeah, for this document. Okay. My question is, from the morphological process, what is the differences between thesis writing and writing a thesis?
Allow me to answer the question. I'm not actually good at linguistic term, but in my opinion, thesis writing will be noun phrase instead. It's quite similar with writing a thesis, but I confidently do a phrase into thesis writing. Writing a thesis should be added in the subject. Right? The students write a thesis, something like that. So, in my perspective, it's similar. I mean, thesis writing and writing a thesis is similar, but the way I understand the process is different. Yeah, thesis writing and writing a thesis.
Okay, what for this study, for your study that is dealing with the engagement,
yes.
Personal, about dealing with the individual. I mean that from psychological side of, is it really refers to the process, process of writing a thesis. The engagement between the student and supervisors. I'm happy that you have reported or portrayed completely about this engagement finally you formulate about the pattern that for the directive and then referential and and then also about the content, about from the element of the assessment and from the learner's side, and then it seems that so you mentioned that about the writing a thesis, that is the process, the process of producing a thesis, and then about the thesis writing, but the concept, how the students fulfill at the idea of the complete of the undergraduate degree, that is 2 parts of this thesis writing, and then most of the process experienced by learners, writing a thesis, the process of producing academic writing, and then under is it about the thesis writing, about the concept itself, Alright, and thank you. And then the second question, Julhad dari sini. I am a study program counselor, and one of the problems is that dealing with the graduate that you propose this, but timelines, graduate. That's the problem with our student.
Many problems.
Right, and you mentioned about the most effective effective supervisor strategies to promote student engagement with supervisory feedback. Even though you portrait of your student that the time constraint is 0, may I ask your idea about how its strategies can be? So what is the when the lecturers will give motivational feedback, in what situation, in what condition, that the priority of giving specific feedback, and then giving timely feedback, and so on and so forth. Right. I have a student that the supervisor or the advisor try hard to contact the student, but that the matter of you mentioned about the motivational, the motivational is one of what is it, the dominant or the most priority among other strategies. Yeah, and then in this case, that the student they reluctant to continue their finishing thesis. Yeah, and then they don't want to see the advisor. Yeah, there is no reason. So what your suggestion about this case?
Yeah, I think it's quite special in my place. So it's like I told Surabaya. It happened many times when students are reluctant to see the supervisor or stuck with a thesis writing and so on and so forth. We will visit. We will have a home visit. Even the place is quite far, but I think it's impossible to do it in Malaysia with 1,000 students. But we still have a very limited student at that time. So when the students stuck with their thesis writing in the 7 or in the 7.5 semester, we will come to their home. We will have a heart-to-heart discussion. So what's your problem? Then what can we do, and so on and so forth. Yeah, even though it's not always successful, but we try best to help the students, to facilitate the student with any possibilities to finish the. It's very. I'm so sorry, but yeah, can you my friends are interrupting. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think that's weak, but hello guys, can you mute your speaker? I'm being judged right now. Yeah, I think. But the thing is that a balance of provision between motivation is not always given at any times. Yeah. When we see they slowing down, yeah, we provide motivation. But when they are on fire, yeah, another feedback are provided. Like the timely feedback is also very significant. But we always try to have a motivation in many forms. Yeah, not only in praise, but also, yeah, motivation can be.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So for this section, that it add to the example, not only about the definition and then or the case or in what aspect of the learner engagement. And the last question that is the challenge with the ChatGPT.
Yes.
Yeah, and then another case that I have for my advisor, that for the first time that she met me, that she has provided one chapter 1 to 3 completely.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to consult with you, but we confidently see so we about her work, but so. It is the struggle for the supervisor or the advisor. How is it? It will affected from the emotional psychology. How to the matter of the strategy, directive or referential, and the third one. At first that it doesn't work.
Yes.
So how to overcome this?
About ChatGPT, don't worry, Ibu. I even introduced many type of AI powered feedback, something like ChatGPT and then Skyspace and Perplexity.ai. It helped them to finish the proposal, but it will not help them when they have a technical examination. So when they are joining the examination, ChatGPT will not help him or her. So though they can finish the proposal in a very short time, but they will not help the students when they have a thesis examination like this. So ChatGPT will not help me to answer your question or even to present my data and so on and so forth. So I think we have to the supervisor need to know better than the students about the technological advance, particularly in AI powered feedback. The technology runs so fast, so the the supervisors should work hand in hand with the technology. So robot versus human is no longer appropriate term, but human featuring robots, I think is the most appropriate term. Yeah.
At first, the student class is more class to the ChatGPT rather than the supervisor.
Three-party transfer is always needed. When they trust more to ChatGPT, but they need to consult with us. We can challenge them. What is meant by this term and so on and so on. When they don't understand this term, so yeah, ChatGPT make it done, but they don't understand at all what is content. I think we need to have a three-party conference with the students and then the supervisor and also the thesis itself.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your insight.
Okay, thank you, Pak.
Terus sangat selanjutnya saya boleh request permission to use Indonesia.
Oh, Pak ini.
Ya, to this dissertation. Pertama, saya ada 2 poin, Mas. Yang pertama begini, saya juga seorang pendidik yang juga membimbing mahasiswa S1 di prodi saya. Bagaimana cara memastikan mahasiswa itu benar-benar paham terhadap masukan dari supervisinya tadi berkaitan dengan secara optimal. Karena kadang-kadang mahasiswa juga berbeda-beda ketika diberikan tulisan itu dan lain sebagainya. Termasuk juga bagaimana mengatasi konflik jika pendapat dari supervisinya tadi itu tidak sama atau tidak selaras gitu ya dengan pikiran dari bagaimana menjaminkan itu atau memastikan ataupun menjamin atau mempercayakan bahwa ini loh seperti ini dan lain sebagainya gitu. Mungkin dari pengalaman monggo Mas. Itu yang pertama. Yang kedua, mungkin perlu juga keberlanjutan implementasi kerangka kerja. Kan ini yang dipakai kan baru satu institusi atau bagaimana gitu ya. Untuk apakah ada memungkinkan bisa untuk institusi yang lain sehingga itu mungkin perlu pengembangan atau untuk future institusi yang akan datang. 2 hal itu Mas monggo diberikan komentar.
Ya, yang pertama berdasarkan pengalaman kami ya karena dulu ya subjek riset kita itu tinggal di Semangat atau di asrama. Jadi kita punya waktu yang sangat fleksibel untuk sit together gitu ya. Kita duduk bersama, kita menghadap laptop, draftnya kita baca bareng-bareng. Jadi sebelum mereka keluar dari ruangan, kita pastikan mereka paham. Tidak boleh mereka keluar dari ruangan atau meninggalkan kita, tapi belum paham. Ini maksudnya apa sih Pak? Atau bagaimana sih yang harus saya lakukan? Kita pastikan, makanya kalau di finding kita nomor 6 itu, pertemuan mereka bisa jadi sampai, kalau dihitung satu persatu bisa jadi hampir 100 pertemuan. Karena itu tidak secara waktu memang sangat time consuming dan juga menjadi beban dosen kan tidak hanya membimbing saja, mereka juga harus mengajar, melakukan penelitian dan sebagainya. Tapi kita pastikan selama bimbingan skripsi itu mereka harus paham. Jadi step by step, tidak perlu mereka keluar tapi tidak paham. Itu yang pertama dari Pak Didi. Jadi kita yang pertama tadi motivasi itu ya motivasi diberikan ketika mereka tidak paham itu kan kita bisa juga memberikan motivasi. Ayo Mas kamu bisa dan sebagainya itu kan secara pragmatik sudah masuk ke ekspresi gitu ya. Jadi bisa dijadikan itu sebagai bentuk motivasi. Jadi berdasarkan pengalaman kami kita fleksibel dalam waktu, artinya kapanpun kalau dosen bersedia itu kita bisa ketemu diskusi ya. Artinya tidak kalau beberapa tempat mungkin seminggu sekali, kita bisa seminggu 7 kali atau 6 kali, meskipun tidak lama ya. Mungkin satu poin, Pak saya ada temuan ini, kemudian menurut Bapak atau menurut kalau kalian bisa atau standar seperti itu, ya kita diskusi. Ya selama tidak di jam-jam mengajar atau ketika dosen sibuk, tapi dari pengalaman kami bahwa frekuensi bimbingan itu menjadi sangat fleksibel dan ya dosen di kami kan sangat mudah ditemui karena belum menyebar kemana-mana untuk beraktivitas di luar kampus. Jadi Mungkin itu juga salah satu yang menjadi dasar bahwa engagement mereka. Kalau tadi Pak Dudi menanyakan apakah mereka paham itu kan kalau dalam jadi kita kalau penelitian saya itu ngomongnya afektif. Ketika mereka senang, dengan feedback atau dengan frekuensi atau pertemuan itu, mereka akan mau menggunakan feedback itu kita sebut dengan behavioral feedback. Jadi behavioral engagement. Jadi ketika mereka puas dengan jumlah bimbingan, mereka paham, mereka senang, mereka akan menggunakan feedback itu dalam tesisnya. Kalau mereka sudah tidak senang, ya mereka pasti tidak akan menggunakan feedback itu dalam skripsinya. Itu yang mungkin bisa kita bagikan. Yang kedua, saya sangat setuju dengan usulan Pak Didi terkait dengan implementasi dengan subjek yang lebih luas. Namun demikian karena yang cukup menantang di penelitian saya itu adalah di student engagement-nya. Bagaimana data tentang student engagement itu diperoleh dengan ada 5 instrumen yang kita gunakan, ada questionnaire, ada interview, ada tingkat protokol, ada dokumentasi dan sebagainya. Jadi kalau saya bayangkan 5 subjeknya sudah beratus-ratus halaman, nanti kalau subjeknya jadi 100, kita bisa bayangkan betapa menantangnya, tapi at least bisa sangat mungkin untuk dilakukan, Pak Didi. Saya kira begitu. Artinya kan kalau dengan subjek yang lebih besar ada generalisasi yang bisa diambil. Saya kira gitu Pak Didi. Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih. Oke, baik, langsung saja kepada Profesor Dr. Suhartono MPD. Monggo Prof.
Terima kasih Bapak Ketua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bersahabat itu mengerti masa ini. At this time, actually, I have some questions to you. The first one is about this. Masa ini didn't use quantitative approach.
Yeah.
In this dissertation. For example, I think can study the impact of student achievement to student achievement, especially in time. Way to do this quantitative approach.
Yeah, I think the 6th question is quite enough. Yeah, when I add one more question, yeah, it will be very challenging again because I prefer to use qualitative because to get more deep and also comprehensive data, especially in the human behavior, not mainly on the impact, something like that. So I'm trying to avoid the quantitative paradigm or approach to get deeper data about this behavior. Yeah, because the focus, actually the main focus is about student engagement, which is a very psychologically aspect of the human being. So when we are trying to use quantitative approach, I think in my opinion, it's not quite appropriate to get or to approach this phenomenon into quantitative.
Okay. The second one is about your dissertation. In your dissertation. In this dissertation, you suggest that supervisors must be trained. Yeah. Especially on providing motivational, specific, and personalized feedback to encourage or to support. Your suggestion actually is very easy to understand, but very difficult to do, to imagine. So please practice or implement your suggestion and imagine that maybe 20 participants are trainee and you are trainer. Yes. Mungkin 10 kalimat aja silakan.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh Bapak Ibu. Selamat pagi. Jadi dijawab ya. Ya, jadi Bapak Ibu semuanya, proses menulis skripsi itu adalah proses yang sangat sulit ya untuk anak-anak mahasiswa S1 ya. Jadi yang pertama harus Bapak Ibu perhatikan adalah perhatikan kondisi psikologis mereka. Jadi kalau mereka datang itu dengan cemberut, jangan langsung diberi direktif ya. Diajak ngobrol dulu. Kalau perlu disediakan minum dulu mas gitu. Jangan langsung, wah kamu belum revisi ini ya, dan sebagainya. Itu nanti langsung lari mereka nanti. Jadi kita harus, itu namanya personalize ya. Jadi kita tahu kondisi person mereka. Makanya I said personalized feedback. Jadi kalau mahasiswa sedang banyak uang, mereka akan senang. Karena tidak punya uang, mereka cenderung dipanggil pembimbing, dimarah-marahin, itu kan jadinya tidak efektif Pak. Jadi mungkin salah satu contohnya ya, itu contoh yang tidak baik. Karena dadakan, I'm so sorry.
Okay, thank you very much. Sambut Bapak Ketua.
Baik, berikutnya Bapak Syafil Anam PhD.
Congratulations, Pak Syafiq.
Thank you.
Part of your achievement. This is your last milestone for your doctoral journey. Pak Syafiq, you provide the data about the personality type of the participant, right?
Yeah.
Introvert, extrovert, yeah.
And the newest part I skipped.
Sorry.
In the newest file is it's not considered. It's not considered.
I see.
I don't have sufficient data to support this.
The latest one.
Yeah,
You
the
can
latest
send it to me.
Yes. No.
Karena tidak dikirim ke saya, jadi saya dapatnya yang versi lama.
Ya,
Berarti sudah dimansuhkan gitu ya?
sudah dimasukkan. Ya, sudah nasib masuk dengan versi yang baru.
Nanti sudah pakai kopiah semuanya kan, makanya saya pakai istilah itu.
Banyak pakar tafsir di sini. Ya.
Oke. Pak Syafiq, based on your observation and experience, did you have any barriers dealing with your students, especially related to the timely completion of thesis writing?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Can you give me the most crucial issue that students have as the barrier? Motivation. Based on your research finding, what kind of strategies that students can apply to make them read the timely completion, and how you improve the engagement, the three types of engagement: affective, cognitive, as well as behavioral engagement.
Yeah, the finding shows that the affective dominantly affect the other two dimensions of engagement. So when they're happy, like I said before, when they're happy, yeah, everything will be okay. I mean, when they're happy with the feedback, they will learn, they will think, they will do critical thinking about this. Or when they're happy, they will ask. Generally, they will ask to me, Pak, ini maksudnya apa? And so on and so on. So when they're happy, when they are unhappy, yeah, they will not reply my message or something like that. So the affective will be the key for the whole dimension of the engagement. Yeah, when the motivation is low, so they will do nothing. So the first thing that we have to do is state or keep them motivated with any ways. Start with the very informal discussion before entering the main point of the thesis.
Okay. Next question. I have no idea whether this is your call him or call chat. In the result chapter, in table 4.4, you provide the data about student perception toward engagement with supervisory feedback. 4.4. Section of engagement with supervisory feedback, the same, all the quantitative data, but all of them are what we call general information about the student engagement for the three aspects.
Yes.
When I read your research question, what I expected was actually your data, which kind of strategies was the most effective to raise the students' engagement for each aspect of engagement, not the general one.
Yeah.
Did you provide this as well?
Yeah, like I said, motivational feedbacks, that actionable directed feedback. But I'm not comparing apple to apple between the strategies and also one dimension of social engagement influenced by the strategies. I'm trying to wrap it in a whole dimension, what is supported by the interview expert and something like that. Not in one by one, like motivational. When the supervisor provides motivational feedback, what dimension of engagement, improvement, something like that.
Okay, the last question. I won't give you too many questions as a co-promoter. Pak Syafi'i, all who are sitting here are thesis or dissertation supervisors. Do you have any recommendation, suggestion for us to improve the timely completions of our student, undergrad student, master's and doctoral student? Tidak usah sungkan-sungkan.
Oke, siap. Jadi Pak Menteri ini, Pak Syafi'i ini belum pernah membimbing saya. Karena Pak Syafi'i ini kan menggantikan, terus Pak Syafi'i is changing substituting Oid, so because of the workload as the dean of the faculty, I understand it, but I comment for the respectable board of the examiners. Keep in touch with your students. do not create a distance with your students. Say hi to us, Hello guys. Ini saya membantu teman-teman di Zoom ini supaya segera menghubungi promotornya. Jadi jangan menciptakan terlalu jauh jaraknya. Paling kan kita disapa. Salut dengan Pak Menteri, beliau tengah malam kalau ada info saya selalu di WA. I truly touch with Pak Menteri. Thank you Pak Menteri. Ya tidak dikasih pertanyaan yang sulit ya. Saya kira begitu Prof. Syafi'i. Mohon maaf.
Terima kasih. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Baik, terima kasih Pak Syafi'i Anam PC. Berikutnya Bapak Ahmad Munir PC.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations Pak Syafi'i.
Thank you, Pak.
For this open examination. Congratulations to Mr. Cair and for having new doctor of education, Pak Syafi'i. Kalau ini berapa menit lagi, Pak? Baik, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the examiners for Dr. Disertasi, PhD, juga Prof. Dr. Suaryono, and Dean, Mr. Dean, PhD, for all the feedbacks. Pak Syafi'i, there is one aspect that has been asked by the examiners in a global scope, Pak. You have already made suggestion for the supervision of the undergraduate thesis, especially in your neighboring university. But in terms of the initial scope, the initial arena, the supervision of undergraduate thesis, what's your plan in the future, Pak?
Actually, I'm trying to initiate co-research with several colleges in several universities in Indonesia, and I have started the communication with my friend Ubi and also in Ujian college at university to initiate this kind of research, but with with the new touch, that is the AI powered feedback. So what is the student engagement with multiple feedback, not only from the supervisor, but also from the AI powered feedback that is very advanced this days. So I myself have implemented several kind of AI powered feedback, and I'm trying to communicate with several colleagues from other universities to initiate a co-research about this topic.
And especially for SDK pihak, what's the nearest plan?
Yeah. Socialization.
You will be head of Rival. Not Kaprodi, but the one who counseling, who lead head of the Rival. Punya di Alih mungkin posisi khusus untuk Pak Safi. Ya, jadi Pak Safi jadi ahli di dalam pembimbingan diskusi nanti. Bisa kita kontribusi baik di sekitar tempat kerja maupun nanti nasional kayak. Baik, I think this is the end of my question. Thank you, Pak Didi.
Waktu ujian saudara Ahmad Syafi'i MPD dinyatakan habis.
Saudara promovendus dimohon kembali ke tempat yang telah disediakan.
Ujian disertasi terbuka Universitas Negeri Surabaya diskors untuk memberikan kesempatan Dewan Penguji bersidang.
Dewan penguji dipersilakan meninggalkan ruang untuk melaksanakan sidang. Hadirin dimohon tetap di tempat sambil menunggu hasil Dewan Sidang Penguji.
Satu kilo ditaruh di plastik. Keluarga FBS ayo semangat menyukseskan FBS.
Selamat datang di Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni, di mana setiap kata dan gerakan menjadi keindahan yang menginspirasi. Bersama-sama kita akan menjelajahi dunia yang tak terbatas dari pendidikan, ekspresi kreatif, keahlian bahasa, dan seni.
Selamat datang di Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Kami berkomitmen untuk menyelenggarakan edukasi yang bersih dan layak. Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni juga melakukan upaya yang baik untuk memberikan layanan pendidikan yang inovatif yang berbasis pada kearifan lokal sesuai dengan perkembangan ilmu dan teknologi. Hal ini dilakukan untuk mencetak lulusan yang adaptif dan kompetitif di era disrupsi. Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni terus meningkatkan kualitas inovasi dalam bahasa, sastra, seni, dan desain, serta menyebarluaskan inovasi tersebut pada masyarakat melalui sinergi dan kolaborasi dengan berbagai mitra dalam negara.
Proses pembelajaran di Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni dilakukan melalui pendekatan eksplorasi, diskusi, kolaborasi, dan partisipatif. Untuk memberikan pengalaman belajar yang terbaik, kami percaya bahwa dosen bukan hanya pengajar, tapi mentor dalam pengembangan kompetensi dan kreativitas. FPS memiliki 14 prodi S1, 4 prodi S2, dan 2 prodi S3 yang sudah terakreditasi nasional maupun internasional, yang menegaskan fokus kami pada kualitas dan standar global. Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni didukung oleh dosen dengan kualifikasi magister dan doktor lulusan dalam dan luar negeri, serta guru besar berkualitas dan berkompeten di bidangnya. FBS juga didukung oleh tenaga pendidikan yang memberikan pelayanan prima dengan menerapkan zona integritas. Dengan program-program unggulan, kami berkomitmen menyelenggarakan pembelajaran, penelitian, dan pengabdian bidang ilmu bahasa, sastra, seni, dan desain yang adaptif, inovatif, berdasarkan kearifan lokal, dan berwawasan global, yang berbasis kewirausahaan di bidang pendidikan dan norma pendidikan. Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni telah berhasil meraih berbagai prestasi di kancah nasional maupun internasional. Didukung dengan sarana prasarana yang unggul, FBS mencetak sumber daya manusia berkualitas dan berwawasan budaya. Kami membangun jaringan dengan industri dan komunitas, baik dalam negeri maupun luar negeri. Mahasiswa berpeluang untuk berpartisipasi dalam proyek dunia nyata dan menyumbangkan kreativitas untuk FPS kreatif, kolaboratif, rajin, empatik, adaptif, tangguh, inovatif, dan fleksibel. Sebagai bagian dari komitmen kami terhadap internasionalisasi, dosen dan mahasiswa kami juga telah terlibat dalam berbagai kegiatan komunitas internasional.
Dewan penguji memasuki ruangan. Hadirin dimohon berdiri. Hadirin disilakan duduk kembali.
Ujian Disertasi Terbuka Universitas Negeri Surabaya kami nyatakan dibuka kembali.
Promovendus atas nama SYAFF MPD disilakan menempati tempat yang ditentukan.
Saudara Promovendus Ahmad Syafi'i MPD, setelah saudara selama kurang lebih 2 jam mempertahankan disertasi saudara di hadapan para penguji dan dengan mempertimbangkan ketekunan dan kinerja saudara, hasil rapat Dewan Penguji memutuskan bahwa saudara Ahmad Syafi'i MPD dinyatakan lulus dengan predikat dengan ujian atau cum laude. Mulai saat ini, saudara dinyatakan berhak menyandang gelar doktor dalam bidang pendidikan bahasa dan sastra.
Penyerahan sertifikat lulus ujian disertasi terbuka oleh Wakil Dekan Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Menyanyikan lagu Bagimu Negeri dan himne UNESA, hadirin dimohon berdiri. silakan duduk kembali. Ketua oleh promotor Dr. Ahmad Syafi'i MPD. Yang terhormat Ahmad Munir PhD, disilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang saya hormati pimpinan dari ILPI A5 dan STKIP A5, saya sebutkan satu-satu. Bapak Andi Sugeng Wahyudi STMPD, Bapak Sekretaris ILPI A5. Bapak Dr. Khalid Al-Rashid Adnani, Bendahara. Bapak Dr. Gatot Sulanjono MPD, Kepala Penjaminan Mutu. Ibu Enda Yuliani, Kepala Departemen Litbang. Ibu Dr. Anda Hayatun Lufus MPD, Sapas. Bapak Zainal Abidin SST MPD, Ketua STKIP A5. Bapak Heri Bumiarto SPD MM, Wakil Ketua. Bapak Kapoldi di STKIP A5, Kapoldi berapa ya? Ada Pak Faisal. Yang saya kenal Pak Faisal ini. Oh ya, sama Pak. Kemudian Ketua Lembaga STKIP A5 nih, kemudian Kepala Sekolah di lingkungan LP A5 Surabaya. Bapak Ibu dari ILPI dan STKIP A5, kami sampaikan terima kasih atas dukungan yang sangat besar kepada Pak Dr. Ahmad Syafi'i MPD. Selamat kepada Pak Dr. Syafi'i MPD. Saya tadi terharu karena Pak Syafi'i mengirimkan Fatihah kepada almarhumah Bu Dr. Namawati. Beliau adalah promotor Pak Syafi'i sampai tahun lalu, jadi setahun yang lalu beliau saya melanjutkan estafet, tongkat estafet beliau. Pak Syafi'i melanjutkan tongkat estafet saya. Pak Syafi'i, saya merasa juga gak pantas kasih ketua karena belum berjenggot panjang ya, gitu. Tapi kata diwajibkan ini menyampaikan Pak Syafi'i, penelitian Pak Syafi'i itu penelitian yang sangat penting bagi seorang pendidik. Jadi di STKIP A5 sama dengan kita juga di BS ini adalah mendidik calon pendidik. Nah, ini memberikan contoh nanti ya, pendidikan kita kepada calon pendidik ini akan diturunkan kepada anak didiknya. Ya. Ini sebagaimana ini sangat terkenal ya, dan roti ya, dan roti tahun 75 itu sampai sekarang masih digarisbawahi ya, yang disebut dengan the apprentice of observation. Jadi kita itu para guru itu seringkali itu melakukan apa yang mengajarkan atau melakukan tindakan kita mengajar itu sebagaimana kita dulu diajar ya. Jadi kalau calon pendidik tadi itu tadi diberikan proses pembimbingan yang sangat tadi motivasional ya, walau humanis dan istilahnya gitu ya, sehingga timely itu akan menjadi rekaman yang positif yang akan dilanjutkan kepada anak didiknya. Saya berharap Pak Safi nanti menjadi ini ya, role model untuk mahasiswa maupun nanti untuk kolega-kolega yang lain ya. Sebarkan virus kebaikan ini kepada kolega, sekaligus nanti sebarkan virus-virus kebaikan ini kepada khalayak luas tadi secara nasional ya. Jadi saya berharap bahwa ilmu yang didapatkan ini nanti bisa terus diamalkan ya, disebarluaskan, karena itu adalah salah satu amal jariah bagi kita nanti untuk akhirat kelak. Mudah-mudahan Allah memudahkan langkah-langkah kita dalam mengamalkan kita. Pak Safi juga kepada keluarga ini, Pak Safi saya tadi melupakan ini ya, hampir ini yang hadir Pak Safi siapa Pak? Istri Bu Safi, kemudian dua anak ya, yang besar sudah kuliah, oh belum, sampai kelas 3, yang kelas 3B ini ya, Ibu dan ini anak-anak, terima kasih di atas dukungan kepada ini Abi lah ini, Dedi, Bapak, Ayah gitu ya, Dedi, Ayah ya, sehingga alhamdulillah ini Ayah ini contoh yang timely ya, timely walaupun ibunya sambung di bapaknya sambung tadi Pak Safi tadi pembimbingnya disambung saya juga disambung, tapi beliau bersemangat sehingga timely. Seringkali ada yang gini langsung putus gitu ya. Alhamdulillah ini menunjukkan akhlakul karimah dari Pak Safi ya, bagaimana bimbingan juga dari lingkungan kerja SYAFF. Karena saya dulu pernah menjadi tim konsultan awal di Alifma ya pada saat berdirinya dulu ya. Terima kasih semuanya. Demikian Pak Safi ya, satu kata, dua kata dari saya sebagai promotor mewakili juga Pak Dekan dari MC ucapan kepada Pak Safi. Demikian saya mohon maaf atas segala kekurangan selama bimbingan Pak Safi ya. Maksud kami memang semuanya jadi timely ya. Tapi kadang-kadang mahasiswa itu merasa timeless gitu ya. Itu yang ini kontras antara timely dengan timeless. Mudah-mudahan nanti ketemu ya. Ini mudah-mudahan Allah memudahkan semua niat-niat baik kita untuk bisa direalisasikan. Akhirul kalam. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Dr. Ahmad Syafi'i MPD kembali ke tempat yang telah disediakan. Ujian disertasi terbuka Universitas Negeri Surabaya ditutup oleh Ketua Dewan Penguji.
Dengan mengucapkan Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, ujian disertasi terbuka Universitas Negeri Surabaya dengan acara tunggal ujian disertasi terbuka Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa dan Sastra kami nyatakan ditutup.
Dewan Penguji meninggalkan ruangan. Hadirin dimohon berdiri. Bapak Ibu undangan dimohon untuk kembali duduk. Hadirin yang kami hormati, demikian tadi ujian disertasi terbuka Universitas Negeri Surabaya, program Doktor Pendidikan Bahasa dan Sastra. Saya selaku pembawa acara mohon maaf yang sebesar-besarnya apabila salah dalam penyebutan nama dan gelar Bapak Ibu sekalian. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah, waridha wal inayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima